Welcome to my channel. My name is BRcrochet, and in today's tutorial we are going to be learning how to make this beautiful and simple shorts. It's very simple to make. You just have to have an open mind to it. I'm using lilac for this. You'll be needing a tape measure, your scissors, and a 4.5mm hook. So this is everything you'll be needing for this tutorial to make this beautiful short I have here. Please like, share and subscribe. So for this short, I'm going to work with my waist measurement. My waist measurement is 28 inches, so I'm going to work on exact 28 inches without stretching, so that by the time I stretch, I'm going to have close to my hip measurement, which is 39 inches. So the first thing to do is to make a knot. So I'm going to tie a knot. You are going to make a chain of your exact waist measurement. Mine is 28, so I'm going to make a chain of 28 inches. So you make a chain of 28 inches. You can work on your own measurement. So I'm just going to make a chain of 28 inches. So just work on your own measurements. So now I have my long chain. I'm just going to take my measurements to confirm if I have my waist measurements without stretching. Without stretching, I have exactly 28 inches. So if fully stretched, I have 35 inches, which is okay until I make my crotch point division. Or to make this chain easier for you, you can make multiple of 4 until you have your waist measurements. You're going to make extra 3 double crochet. 1, 2, 3. So skip your first 2 chain, 1, 2, and walk into the third with a double crochet. Please make sure that your chain is on a straight line, like this. So you're going to make a double crochet up to the last point. So up to the last point, you have your double crochet. For beginners, to make a double crochet, you yarn over, go into your stitch, pull up a loop, 1, 2, 3, pull through 2, and pull through the last 2. Go in again, yarn over, go into your loop, pull through 2, pull through the last 2. So you're going to continue onto the last end. I'm back to this last point here. So I'm going to make sure it's equal, it's not twisted. Inside my hook on the other parts to join together. So I'm going to make a chain of 2. Then go up into the same parts here. Pick a strand to tie together. So now I have my waist joint together, and I'm going to take my measurements. So I have exactly 28 inches, but if stretch, can stretch to 35 inches, that's 17.5. So I'm going to make a chain of 3. So I already have 1, 2. So make 1 more. So into the same part, I'm going to yarn over, go in, then I have this, I'm going to put through 2, put through the last 2. I'm going to chain 1, into the same part, yarn over like a puff stitch. So yarn over, you have 3 loop, go in again, yarn over and go in again. Then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you are using a 2-strand yarn like me, you'll be having 10 strands. But if you are using a 1-strand yarn, then you have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put through 2, put through 4, then put through the last 2. You're going to chain 1 and repeat the same thing. Yarn over, go in, pull up a loop, you have 3. Yarn over, go in, pull up a loop, you have 5. Pull through 4, pull through the last 2. So you have something like this. After this, you don't make any chain, you skip 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, and go into the 4th stitch. Skip 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, go into the 4th stitch, repeat the same. So you're going to yarn over, go into your stitch here, pull up your loop, yarn over again, go in, pull up your loop, you have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pull through 4, pull through the last 2, chain 1, repeat the same into the same stitch, yarn over, go in, pull up a loop, you have 3, yarn over, go in into the same stitch, pull up a loop, you have 5, pull through 4, pull through the last 2, chain 1 again. So you're repeating it 3 times, into the same stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over again, pull up a loop, you have 5, pull through 4, then pull through the last 2. So you should be having something like this. You're going to skip 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, go into the 4th stitch, you skip 1, 2, 3, into the 4th stitch. You're going to repeat the same thing, yarn over, go into your loop, pull through, pull up a loop, yarn over again, go into your stitch, pull up, pull through 4, pull through the last 2, make a chain of 1, yarn over, go into the stitch, the same stitch, repeat the same thing, pull up a loop, yarn over, go in, pull up a loop, you have 5, pull through 4, you have 2, pull through the last 2, chain 1, repeat the same thing into the same stitch again, yarn over, go in, pull up a loop, yarn over, go in, pull up a loop, pull through 4, pull through the last 2. So you should be having something like this. Don't chain anything, you're not making any chain, you're just going to skip 3 stitches and walk into the 4th. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, walk into the 4th stitch, which is this part here, yarn over, go in, pull up a loop, yarn over, go in, pull up a loop, pull through 4, pull through the last 2, then you make a chain of 1. So your chain of 1 is to divide your 3 puff stitch like this. Make a chain of 1, yarn over, go in, pull up a loop, yarn over, go in, pull up a loop, pull through 4, pull through 2, chain 1, yarn over, go in, pull up a loop, yarn over, go in, pull up a loop, pull through 4, pull through 2. So you should be having this result. Don't make any chain, skip 3 stitches, 1 2 3, work into the top 4th, skip 1 2 3 and work into the 4th, the same thing. So you should be having this. You're going to continue until you are back to the last point, which is this part. So I'm back to this point and I have 1 2 3, then into the 4th is where I have my first puff stitch. So now you're going to make a slip stitch into this part here. Don't chain anything, just make a slip stitch. After you make your slip stitch, you're going to turn your work to the other side. Don't make any chain, just turn like that. Have a slip stitch into the first stitch here. Have a slip stitch into your middle stitch here. Then you're going to work into the middle stitch, this part, this stitch here. So go into with a slip stitch also. Then chain 3, go in. So you're going to go in like 2 double crochet, chain 1, then into this same pass you're going to repeat your puff stitch, yarn over, pull up, then you have 5 1 2 3 4 5, pull through 4, pull through the last 2, chain 1, repeat the same thing like this, pull through, pull up a loop, yarn over, go in, pull through, pull up 4, pull through the last 2. Don't still chain anything, don't chain anything. You're going to work into the middle point, into the middle stitch here. You're going to skip this and this and work into your middle points with the same thing, yarn over, pull up, you have 5, pull through 4, pull through the last 2, chain 1, yarn over, pull up, yarn over, pull up, pull through 4, pull through the last 2, chain 1, yarn over, pull up, yarn over, pull up, pull through 4, pull through the last 2. So this is what you should be having. Go into the next, which is the middle point. So you're working, you're going to skip this, work into the middle point. Chain 1, pull through, chain 1, don't chain anything, go into the middle points, chain 1, don't chain anything, go into the next middle point. So repeat this until you have a total of 7 rows. Just repeat the same process. I'm back to this point again. I'm not going to make a slip stitch here, but I'm going to make a slip stitch into this part. So it's going to be like this. You're going to turn your work without chaining anything. Then make a slip stitch into this part. Make a slip stitch into your chain. Make a slip stitch into the middle part here, to your middle part. Then into that, you're going to yarn over, pull up a loop. You have 3. Yarn over, pull up a loop again. You have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pull through 4, then pull through the last 2. So this is how you're going to do it. Chain 1 into the same part. Yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull up a loop. Pull through 2, pull through 4, pull through 2. Chain 1, go in again. So this is how you're going to do it, and you're going to continue to put in your last slip stitch into this part here. So I'm just going to take my measurements now. So here I have 2.5 inches. So you're going to repeat until 7 inches in total. I will meet up again. I have my 7 inches here, and I have a total of 9 rows. I have a total of 9 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I have 9 rows here, and I'm just going to take measurements. So I have 7 inches, and I have 9 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the next thing is to divide the crotch points. For my measurement, I'm just going to without stretching, I have 15 inches, which is 30. Or if stretched, you can stretch to 38. Now I'm going to divide my crotch points. I already made a slip stitch. I'm going to turn, make a slip stitch into this part, just like you've been doing. Make a slip stitch into your chain 1 space, then make a slip stitch into the middle. Now you're going to divide. You're going to make a chain of 16 or 20. You're going to make a chain of multiple of 4, or you can have 20, you can have 16. So I'm going to make a chain of 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So now I'm going to divide the middle points. So divide it, fold into 2. So according to this is the middle point. I'm just going to have my hook in it, then fold into the other parts. So now I'm going to count. This and this is 1, this and this 2, this and this 3, this and this 4, this and this 5, which is not correct. So it can, this part. So if it's this part, it's this and this, this and this 1, this and this 2, this and this 3, this and this 4, this and this 5. Then you have a single one here, so which means you have 11. Also this part you should be having 11. This and this 1, this and this 2, this and this 3, this and this 4, this and this 5. Then you have this here, so you should be having a total of 11 also. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So since I have my middle point here, I'm going to keep my chain, then join into this part, into the middle point here, into this point. Since it's the middle point, make a slip stitch. So now I have my crotch point divided. So it's 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then half on this point here, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Then this part. For the crotch point measurements, it's meant to be 11 or 12 inches. So I should be having 10, 11 or 12 inches now, if fully stretched. So yeah, I have my correct measurements. Since I already have this slip stitch, so I'm going to pull up, yarn over, then go in. 1, 2, pull through 4, then chain 1. So I'm going to continue your work like that. Chain 1, don't chain anything, just like you've been doing it. So I'm back to this point. Into this part, I'm going to have my puff. So I already have this here. Then I'm going to keep the next 3 stitches and work into the 4th stitch. It's 1 stitch, 2 stitch, 1, 2, 3. Into the 4th, I'm going to have the same puff stitch. Skip 3 again and work into the 4th. 1, 2, 3 and work into the 4th. You're going to repeat the same for all. 1, 2, 3, into the fourth. Then 1, 2, 3, 4 into the fourth again. So this is it. Skip 3 and walk into the fourth. Skip 3, walk into the fourth. Skip 3, walk into the fourth. Just like that. And here you're going to make a slip stitch into this part. So you already have this. Turn your work. You're going to skip this. Don't chain. Remember, don't chain. And continue like that. Pull up, yarn over. 1, you have 3 loop, yarn over. So continue your work. So I'm going to have a total of 5 rows for the tie. So I'm making a total of 5 rows for the tie. This part too, repeat the same. Or when you're done with this, we'll work on this part. But I'm making a total of 5 rows for this. I'm done with this part. I have 5 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can decide to have more rows to it. But I have 5 rows here. And I'm just going to work on this part. So I'm going to begin with a chain, and I'm going to start at this point here. Turn. Once you have your chain, you turn, yarn over into the same space. You have 3. I'm back to this point, so I'm going to have the same thing here. So this is what you should be having on this part. So you have the same thing here. You're not going to work on your chain. You're going to work where you have worked your pop stitch. you go into the next and work the same thing. So you should have something like this too, like a slip stitch. Pull up, then continue your work until you have a total of 5 rows. So this is what I'm having as my shorts. So you can, it doesn't have front or back panel, everything is the same thing. No open space. The next thing to do is to work on the waist, but before then I'm going to take my measurements. For the waist I'm having, so for the waist I'm having 14, that's 28 inches, and for the hips I'm having 34 inches, but if stretched can stretch to 40, 42. So which I'm still on track because I'm working on 39 inches hip points, 39, 40 inches. So I'm still on track if stretched. For the crotch, if stretched, I'm having 12 to 13 inches. The band is 28, the waist is 28 inches, but I don't know how to work on 28 inches because it's going to be too big. So now I'm going to reduce the waist length so as to have a fitted waist. So I'm going to reduce to 26 inches. So into this part, you can work on any part. Now we're going to do front post and back post. So make the chin off. So therefore front post, you go in here, then back out, and you have your loop on your hook. So you make a double crochet. So you're going to be doing 2 front posts, 2 back posts. So we have 1 front post. So you're going to go in 2 front posts already. Then for the back post, so yarn over, walk in from behind back into the front, and you have your loop behind your hook. Repeat the same. So we are doing 2 rows of this. And it's looking like this. This is the front post and this is the back post. If you want to reduce, to decrease, going to pick 2 double crochets together, then back post. This is how to decrease. You just have to pick 2 double crochets together, then continue until you get to a point that you have the need to decrease again. So here I'm going to decrease. I'm decreasing randomly. I'm not counting my number of decrease. So I'm working on a random decrease. I'm not counting my number of decrease. So if you feel like to decrease, then you can just decrease randomly by picking 2 double crochets together at once. I have my second row of my front post, back post, and this is what it's looking like. So I'm just going to finish it up. So I have 1 back post here and 1 back post here. I'm just going to slip stitch into this part, chain 2, then cut. So this is what I'm having. The next step now is to make a long rope, a long chain for the drawstring. So I'm going to be using 4 strands. So start up with a knot, then make a very long chain. I'm just going to make a very long chain. I'm not counting, just a long chain. So I have my chain now, and I'm going to work from the middle point. So this is my middle point. So I'm going to fix in my yarn into those points. And going interval of 2. So I have my drawstring fixed, and this is what it's looking like. So now I'm just going to take measurement of the waist to be sure of what I'm having. So for my waist I'm having 13 inches, which is 26 in total. So I'm still on track. And my waist is 28, so it's going to stretch to 30, 32. So for the hips I'm having, it can fully stretch to 42, even 45. So it's okay. And for the hips, for the waist it's 26 down, and for my length, so my length in total now I have 11 inches. Thank you for watching to the end. Please like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next class. Bye.